if you have or do have a pet at home. Would you agree that your pet became a part of your family?
Yes.
I know all of mine have. In fact, mine sleeps in my bed, and she gets all homemade organic dog food as well. And imagine your family dog never having an opportunity to live in your loved home, and instead living in a cage like this every day, all day. And the only human interaction is being let out to be hooked up to a machine like the one pictured here. This machine pumps cigarette smoke into their noses for hours at a time, possibly until death. For what reason? Do we not already know that cigarette smoke is bad for humans? Why are we testing on animals with things like this? Clearly, this is animal abuse. And animal abuse happens in many different places and many different forms, like private homes, pet stores, organized cruelty, animal testing, like the example I just gave you. Animals don't have voices. They need us to help them. And there are several ways as individuals and as a community to help eliminate animal abuse. One of the many places and forms may be happening in your own neighborhood. In one study, researchers found that pet abuse had occurred in 88% of families under supervision for physical abuse of their own children. Here in Nevada, we reach extreme temperatures in summer, and many pets are left outside without proper shelter and without water. Some pets are abused in pet stores with not enough food and water, or in cages that are in fact too small for them to even stand up or turn around. Next door and pet stores aren't the only places where animals are abused. Organized cruelty, like cockfighting and dogfighting, is another form, and again, sometimes, many times, resulting in death of the animals. According to the webpage titled Animal Cruelty Facts and Statistics, provided by the Humane Society of the United States, the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency has prosecuted multiple cases where drug cartels were running narcotics through cockfighting and dogfighting operations. The Humane Society also noted in 2014, federal agents found that international drug dealers were using cockfighting and dogfighting to import drugs into the United States. Dozens of animals die or are severely injured during cockfighting and dogfighting. It's very imperative that we recognize these things, that we turn these people in, and that they're prosecuted in the court of law, because this is a criminal offense. As mentioned earlier, animal experimentation is another form of animal abuse. In the U.S. alone, right now, some 70,000 beagles just like mine, beagles only, are currently being tested on, like the ones pictured here. From the book Animal Experimentation, it is noted that toxicity tests conducted on animals with a lethal dose of 50, which means that 50% of the animals have to die, in fact, for them to continue on with their testing. 60 to 100 animals, most of whom endure great suffering, if not death, happen during this animal toxicity testing. U.S. Food and Drug Administration figures show that 92% of drugs which pass animal trials are found to be unsafe or ineffective in human trials and actually never even reach the market. That's astounding. Some may argue that there are benefits to animal testing. And according to the American for Medical's Progress Group, based on animal testing, there have been extreme improvements with medicines that help fight cancer. These experiments have assisted in producing medicine that revive dormant brain cells in patients with Parkinson's disease and advanced surgical procedures for epilepsy patients. According to the book, The Rights of Animals, there are many non-animal methods of experimentation to benefit medicine, like epidemiology, studies on human patients, and autopsies and biopsies of humans instead of using animals. So instead of testing, we should be investing these billions of dollars that are being used on animal testing more efficiently and more effectively on clinical research and public health programs. I'm asking you to do your part to protect animals and prevent animal abuse. If you see something, say something. Don't support products that test on animals. Contact your local law enforcement or your local animal shelter or the local humane society if you suspect animal abuse, whether it be when you walk into a pet store or your neighbor next door, dogs being left outside, cats being neglected. These are all forms of animal abuse. They need our help. Research your household products and your cosmetic products. Animal abuse should not be tolerated, and animal testing should be avoided at all costs. Animals don't have a voice. They need us. Their rights should be protected, and it's our responsibility to do our part to protect them. There are medical advancements and benefits from animal experimentation, but there's so many animal experimentations that are happening right now that don't actually include saving the lives of humans. For example, cosmetic testing. So it may save you from getting a skin rash from a product that possibly could be, it's chemically produced. But a beagle like mine, she'll probably lose her eye in the animal testing that they're doing for these cosmetic testings. Don't leave it to the animals to help themselves. Again, they can't. She doesn't have a voice. She can't speak for herself. Please help out. Thank you.
Down with animal
She's going to
abuse.
want to see everybody.
Hi, teacher.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Okay, hold on. Go back. Let's make sure we get everybody in there. Go back in there, Sean. Alrighty. Hello.
Thanks.
You're welcome.